Hey guys, Matt with Fast Lane Review here. Today I'm out here with Kyle Phillips and his 1989 Fox body, going for a test drive. So driving this car is a lot of fun. You can definitely feel that that lack of weight that it has. You know, compared to my car, which is a few 100 pounds heavier. You can definitely feel the difference. You feel it with the power, you feel it with the handling of the car. Now this definitely has an older car feel, but it doesn't have older car sluggishness. Not with 410 gears. Burnouts are no problem. Now, one big reason that people like these cars is their weight. They weigh, what, 3,100
pounds.
3,100 pounds. And for a car, that's not a lot. Now, it's more than some cars, but as far as a muscle car lineup, it's definitely one of the lightest cars on the market. One big reason that people LS swap these Fox bodies is because LS motors do the same thing and they're a lot cheaper. And you still have handling. It doesn't handle like a boat, like a traditional muscle car. Especially in these curvy mountain roads, you definitely want a car that you don't have to take a curve at 10 miles an hour. Definitely a fun car. These cars are cheap too. A few $1,000s, you can have yourself a Fox body Mustang.
Bad at all. Need a 6-speed though. Always shifted.
Shifting is just part of the fun drive. Now, as I mentioned, the 410 gears, one thing you will see with them that is a downside, you'll see less fuel mileage. As if we really care about fuel mileage. And you'll see, because it raises your RPMs. Cruising 5th gear, you'll see a few hundred RPM increase depending on what gear ratio you upgrade to 410s from.
That was a pretty big leap. I went from 273 gears, which is an automatic overdrive gear, to 410.
Yeah. So definitely that will be a huge increase in highway RPMs, which will result in the less fuel mileage. With miles per gallon, right?
Of course, always.
It's miles per gallon. Overall, these cars are great. They're light. They don't come with an excessive amount of power. They come with about 215 stock. But that's easily fixed. Parts are not real expensive. If you want a cam, it's overhead valve motor, so there's only one cam. It's not like a newer Coyote where there's 4 cams and it would be really expensive to cam it. Let's see, bicycle. Hate getting behind bicycles. The short throw shifter is awesome. So I'm leaving my friend Kyle's house after reviewing his Fox body. That is the most satisfying thing. unfortunately, my camera battery died, which explains my life, you know, the luck that I have with everything. First review and the camera battery dies. But anyway, I drove his car. It is a 1989 Fox body. It's a overhead valve 302. Overall, I mean, it's torquey. You feel that torque. And when you drive a car like, you know, a 4-cylinder that's fast, you can feel that difference between horsepower and torque, where, you know, horsepower is fast, it moves, you know, it gets out of its own way. Torque is different. Torque is like this instant, just kicks right in as soon as you tap the gas, and it moves. If you drive a V8 versus, you know, a 4-cylinder, you know, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He's got a Hurst short throw shifter, which makes it a lot more drivable. Even though the handle, you know, the shifter on it itself looks pretty long, but when you're shifting it, you know, it's just, you know, you feel like you're moving your hand an inch or two, going from first to second. So the short throw shifter definitely helps it. The car has 410 gears, which makes it really, really fun. The gears help the acceleration without actually increasing the horsepower of the car. You know, if you have a car on a dyno, you know, as my friend Kyle said, he upgraded from a 2.73 gear. So, you know, a 273 to a 410, there's no horsepower or torque increase, but it's that gear ratio that just makes it accelerate so much more. You know, I rode in his car before he got those gears, and now that he has them, it's a whole new animal. You know, that 5.0 is a really good motor. People LS swap them because LS is cheaper and does the same thing. But, you know, overall, it's an easy motor to work on, being, you know, overhead valve versus a newer 5.0, you know, the Coyote motor, which is a dual overhead cam, meaning there's, you know, 2 cams on either side of the engine, 4 total. So not only is that going to be more expensive, it's also way trickier to work on. My friend Kyle has an E-series cam, which makes it really lopey and loud. It's a really fun car. The Fox bodies are really lightweight, which is why everybody uses them as drag cars. You know, as I said before, you know, you buy a really lightweight Fox body that transfers weight really well, and you put a cheap LS in it, and I mean, hey, you have yourself a cheap 10-second drag car. You know, I know people that have had, you know, 8-9 second Fox bodies. You know, it's not hard. It's not hard to make an 8-second, 9-second Fox body. You know, you have to know what you're doing, as with anything with cars. But it's definitely easily done. You know, like I said before, it's the short throw shifter, the 410 gears. It all makes the car really come together. Really, you know, they come with 215 horsepower stock, which that's not, you know, that impressive on a dyno, but, you know, a few minor upgrades and the car performs. It's awesome. It'll outrun a lot of stuff on the road. Top end is going to be a little bit lower due to, you know, the higher gear ratio, but, you know, you get that faster acceleration and miles per gallon.